Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are April Clark and Jean Littlejohn from Family Folk Machine, the intergenerational choir based in Iowa City, back in the live performance business. You've been back at it for a little while, but it still just has to feel really, really good.
It's awesome. We were outdoors last fall, and before that we were virtual, and nothing beats being together in a room singing songs.
And so much easier to sing songs in a room together than other ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Got a concert coming up on May 14th and entitled Sing a Song to Noisemaking. And you've brought a couple of new wrinkles into this. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, we have something that we've never done before that we're featuring in this concert, and it's a shadow puppet play. And this was originally planned to happen at our spring 2020 concert, the one that never occurred. And so we're just so happy that we were able to bring it all about this spring. The music that goes with the shadow play was written by one of our Folk Machine kids, who's now a high schooler, and we were just thinking we have to do this project before she graduates. So we've worked it out this spring, and Monica Leo from the West Liberty Eulenspiegel Puppet Theater is doing the project with us as a collaboration, and she's had the kids in a couple workshops making their puppets and for the shadow play, and they'll just like set up the screen in the middle of the stage in the middle of the concert. So it's going to be a new sort of multimedia experience at our concert. And April has a couple kids who've been part of that workshop. So
yeah, tell me how that experience has been for your kids, learning how to make and act with puppets.
Oh, it's been so much fun for them. One thing that has been an interesting development that I didn't anticipate, I have a first grader, and he kind of hardly remembers pre-pandemic life. You know, he's been doing online school and has not really been doing Little League and the kinds of things that now we're starting to build back up into doing again. And it's a little intimidating for him sometimes to jump into these things that his older siblings feel like, oh yeah, it's just like the good old days, but it's all new for him. And so this kind of project was a nice ramp up into participating in Family Folk Machine. It was a little bit less formal. It was a little bit less structured. It was an opportunity for him to do an art project, and his big brother was there with him helping. And now he's feeling more comfortable and ready to join in a little bit more actively. So that's been a special opportunity for our family.
Friend of the show, Monica, of course, is largely keeping puppetry alive in our whole part of the state through Eulenspiegel, which has been around for the better part of 40 years. Yeah. April, your kids, this has got to be kind of maybe their first experience. I mean, pandemic aside, kind of their first experience with puppetry. So how has that been?
Oh, it's been lots of fun. We've witnessed puppet shows before, in fact, including Eulenspiegel's puppet shows. So that was really cool to say, oh, that really cool woman who did that Kate Shelley puppet show in the park, and you had so much fun doing that. And to actually be part of creating puppets, it really adds a new level of interest and excitement.
Now, no spoilers, but can you give me just a couple of lines about what the plot behind the shadow puppet show and the original song, what the theme is?
Yeah, it's cool because Monica is obviously she's so experienced and very flexible. So she was really happy just to run with the song. And the song is called The Seasons Will Circle. And it's kind of the journey of a seed. And so this is a very like folk machine-ish type theme. We love singing about stuff like seeds. And so the song kind of goes through the life cycle of the seed. But I haven't actually seen the whole shadow play yet. So I just saw some tantalizing photos of the types of puppets they developed based on the themes in the song. So they're designed to go together, and then we'll have a small musical ensemble off to the side of the stage performing the song while the kids are behind the screen in the middle of the stage with the shadow puppets. So.
What else is on the program?
Well, we have a few other new or local or original songs also on the program. Another one that features the kids is that Nicole Upchurch is going to be with us for the concert. And Nicole's one of the members of the local band, the Awful Purdies. And Nicole used to be on the Family Folk Machine staff, working with our kids. And she is going to lead them in singing one of her new songs that's on the most recent Awful Purdies album that came out during pandemic times, which is a really beautiful song. But the kids and Nicole are going to do that just kind of in a small group situation. So that's going to be really beautiful also. The choir is singing a song by Iris Dement. I always kind of mark these milestones for myself. It's like, oh, it's our first Iris Dement song on a program. So it's a really gorgeous song too. I'm really excited for that one. And the choir is bringing back a song that we wrote as a group back in 2017 that fits really well with the theme of our concert, which is sort of like just the joy of singing together. So those are a few highlights. We're also having some raucous, like rock or funk numbers at the end of the concert with our kind of expanded band that we're going to have. And that's going to be a really fun way to close things out.
You've added some new people and instruments to the band that will accompany the choir.
Yeah, and we've brought in a couple people whose names will be familiar to local music lovers. Christine Mode, the awesome bass player, is going to play with us for the whole show, and Kylie Budden is going to play electric guitar on a few of the numbers. I think it might be, well, maybe not quite our first electric guitar in the band, but that'll be exciting. And we've got horn players on a couple of the songs, including one of April's kids, and lots of good variety in the band, lots of different styles.
It's so much fun when the band comes in. We had our first rehearsal with the choir and band together yesterday, and boy, it's so energizing to just hear that and feel the collaboration. And even when it's not perfect, I know I left rehearsal yesterday feeling really psyched for the concert and just ready to blow the lid off the Englert.
Well, hopefully the crowd at the Englert will have a better reaction to bringing out the electric guitar than the crowd at the folk festival did back in the 60s when Bob Dylan did that.
Oh.
Yeah, good point. But I think our audience is kind of used to us being all over the place stylistically, so we've got them trained.
The concert is called Sing a Song to Noisemaking, coming up May 14th at the Englert Theater in Iowa City. And how about tickets?
The concert is free. We'll have donation boxes at the door if people are so moved. But one of our main goals is just to have access be as open as possible. So we love the Englert and the accessibility of that facility, and we don't want to put up any barriers to people who might want to come to our concert.
So just come.
Just come.
And as things kind of creep back toward normality, if people are maybe thinking about wanting to get them or their kids or them and their kids involved in something like Family Folk Machine, you're always open to newcomers, yes?
Absolutely, yeah. And we will start up with a fall session this August. And so anytime through the summer is a great time to get in touch. And you can do that through our website, familyfolkmachine.org.
Again, it's Sing a Song to Noisemaking, May 14th at the Englert. It's original songs, puppets, electric guitar, and everything in between. April and Jean, I want to thank you both for being with me today.
Well, thank you so much, Dennis.
You're welcome, and thank you for the opportunity.
familyfolkmachine.org if you'd like more information, or you can visit the Englert website. I'm sure they'll have something on it as well. You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio many weekdays at 10:20, or download the podcast, watch or listen on your own schedule at kcck.org/culture, or however you get your podcasts. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.